Hey there. So today I'm going to be talking about low tsrf. You'll receive a message from the proposal team. You'll say something like, hi Gary, your follow-up is needed from the proposals team on project, and they'll give the proposal's name and the number, access to open the follow-up process steps on this account for the needed information. So low tsrf is one of the causes for you to get this request from the proposal team. Low tsrf, what that means is that there's no roof planes on the home that have good solar access. They can't put 8 panels on a roof plane and have that roof plane be over 58% tsrf. That doesn't mean offset. That means that roof plane, those panels themselves on that roof plane can't be, there's no roof plane that has that tsrf that's higher than that 58%. So what you want to do, you'll first go to closer follow-up in your active steps, okay? The active steps, that is really, you've requested the proposal, and you'll see in the notes on there what they are needing in that proposal. Actually, it's under tsrf review. I don't know, because this one was an old one. It'll probably be in the notes itself, maybe. And it just says, this home does not qualify solar due to shading from surrounding trees. The annual tsrf value is 44.1. If the customer is willing to remove the trees, please call the proposal team and let them know which trees, so we can determine if it will qualify then. And after 2 days, we will confirm the disposition of the cancel account. Please get back to us as soon as possible. So this is the only time, this is one of the rare exceptions that you can actually call the customer ahead of time. So you call them, text them, and ask them, hey, we have an appointment set up for tomorrow. Unfortunately, our proposals team is seeing some large trees usually on the south side of your house. Would you be willing to cut any trees on your home? And if the customer says no, then what you want to do is just mark that pitch, disposition it at low tsrf, and then put in the notes that you called and the customer wasn't willing to do that, wasn't willing to trim the trees or cut the trees. If there is no answer, no response from the customer, and you've called a couple of times, you can then just disposition it low tsrf, and you do not have to go to that appointment, as long as there's lots of notes, and as long, again, this is low tsrf. This is not offset. This is not low offset. You could have an offset of a home at 24%. You still are required to go to that appointment. Low tsrf is totally different. But let's say the customer does want to trim the trees. What you want to do is go to the pre-design. Okay. So here's the picture of the pre-design on this particular home. Okay. Lots of trees there. Now, let's say you call them. Sometimes I call them and I send a text message with the screenshot in there, and I ask them to X out any trees that either are already removed or they're willing to remove. So let's go like that. So, and otherwise, I go to the appointment and we do a walk around and we figure out which trees the customer wants removed. So there I X'd out the trees after I took the screenshot. I just use, the edit version. I go done, save to photos, X that out. Then what you want to do is go back to files up here and go to migrated documents right here. and go picture, and it's pulling up. And you include the picture, you go choose, and then it should be pulling up there. There it is. And then after that, then make sure you go up at close or follow up, click that button, go info, provide it, request proposal, hit that button. And there might be a couple times, because sometimes they'll ask the same information for the setter as well as the closer. Hit them, close them out on both. And then don't put any notes in those tabs. Sometimes there's places for notes. What I find is the proposal team, they don't look at those notes. Instead, just go to the regular notes here and just add a note and take the proposal team at proposals and just say, you know, in migrated documents, trees removed, or something to that extent. Hit save. Make sure your request for proposal for the region is, or proposal or region is in active steps. Sometimes you might have to call proposals team to just confirm they have all that information. Nothing has gotten stuck up, because the worst thing that you want to happen is you're sitting there in an appointment expecting a proposal or a pre-design, and you're waiting, and then you realize, oh, and you've hit the wrong button, or you haven't completed it, or it's not in their immediate queue or something like that. So that's what happens if you have a low TSRF. Thanks.